This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by MMAHQ.com, the world's best MMA daily deal site. Bard's, the original sorghum malt beer. And BetDSI.com. Bet on MMA and get a 20% discount.
Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 94.
94.
My name is Ingo Weigold.
And I'm Matt Griffith, and this is the MMA show by MMA fans for MMA fans, where we walk the line between serious and ridiculous.
Yes, we do. And we are back from a 1 week layoff.
Hiatus.
It feels good.
Whoa.
Man, almost
I'm about to eat it right there. I think I blew my shoulder out. It's all good.
Yeah,
It's the trick
You
shoulder.
get injured and sitting in the recliner.
Yes.
That's when you know you're old.
Ouch.
You're like, fuck.
Either that or you had too much beverage.
It's possible too. Yep.
Something like that.
So we just came off the UFC 144 card in Japan.
Yeah. Wait, I'm going to ask you, what time did it happen there? Because it happened this live
Normal time here. And it was the longest pay-per-view ever.
Well, yeah. It started at like fucking. Well, if you watch the Facebook fights, it started at like
crazy.
6:30 and
It's a
then it
marathon.
ended at goddamn 12:30. So it
Yeah.
was 6 straight hours of UFC.
Yep. But 13-hour time difference.
Yeah.
So I believe this thing started officially in Japan time around 8 a.m. or 7:30 or something crazy. So these people showed up at 7 in the morning to watch this goddamn
That
fighting.
is. Could you imagine that? You like wake up and go, let's go watch some fucking fights, man.
No, I
it's
couldn't
7 in the morning.
I think I would just stay up all night. I think I would go to bed and
Yeah.
wake up at 2 a.m. and then eat and start partying and then so you totally fuck your schedule all up. But how else could you do it? I mean, otherwise it just doesn't.
Go to bed at like 7 o'clock. You got to take some. You got to like drink yourself into submission.
Yep.
And then wake up early and
Get at
drink
it.
some more.
Get after it.
Bloody Marys, 7 o'clock in the morning.
What's it called? Hair of the dog.
I don't know.
Eye of
What
the
is
tiger.
that?
Eye of the tiger.
Hair of the
Hair of the
dog.
dog. Yeah.
Eye of the tiger.
Yeah.
Tail of the horse. Cock of the elephant.
Balls of the monkey.
Nice.
What's
What is
move?
that?
Monkey steals the peach.
Whoa, what's going on? It's all good.
So yeah, I mean, overall the card was sort of okay for me. I was entertained, I guess.
Yeah.
There's some surprises on there.
I have questions about this card, though.
Go ahead.
What's with all the fucking SARS masks?
Oh.
I'm not a world traveler. Let me preface this. Ingo is a world traveler.
Not really. I've been to other places, but that's common. They wear that stuff over there.
Are they performing surgeries? Like,
No. It's just it's in the interest of not spreading diseases and colds and stuff. Because there's so many people like New York cannot hold water to Japan or like China or whatever. When you're in a subway, you're fucking smashed in there with people. One person has a cold, the whole place gets a cold. So they like that to keep the germs.
the
It's kinda-
juice in?
Yeah, keep that in there. Very common.
Gotcha.
And that SARS was a big scare, of course. So
Mhm.
I think after that, it kind of got. The government encourages you to wear your mask.
Your
in
SARS
public.
mask wherever you go.
Imagine that on a date. So,
So hot.
hey, how's it going?
This is going phenomenal.
You want to
over
make
here.
out? I got a little remote control hole. Stick your tongue out.
That's great. It's awkward, is all I'm saying.
I wonder, do they wear it on the vaginas? SARS masks?
I don't know. I think. I know. I gotta stop. 'Cause
Whoa.
I'm gonna go in a bad direction
Okay,
there.
it's all good. I'm just curious. It's like
I'm
a
just saying it goes
chastity
this
mask
way.
for the vagina.
Bad direction.
How do we get over
Stop
here? I
me.
don't know.
Stop
Okay,
because
all right,
I'm
stop.
going bad.
I'm stopping.
So
Go
that was one train of
Okay.
thought.
Two.
The other thing was like, what's up with that fucking translator and her goddamn little rainbow mushroom tip dickhead or whatever it was, and then with Joe Rogan, every time he's trying to give her the mic, he's trying to fucking like make her
Jam it
deep
in her
throat that
face?
fucker.
Yeah.
Like, hang on.
It's funny you mention that because I remember those kind of pens when I was in like grade school. All the chicks used to have them, like with the little what is that called? That ball. That
Yeah,
you-
yeah,
like,
yeah.
What the fuck
That
is that
ball.
called? You know what I'm talking about? That ball with the weird rubber bandy thing.
Yeah.
That's what's on the end of that thing. I don't know why. Maybe so she doesn't lose it,
I don't know.
or she was trying to. It was an accessory maybe for her. She was like, "Look at me. Look at my ball."
It was unprofessional. It
But
took away
It
from
was
the
really
fucking
awkward because it was
broadcast.
like no one knew when to have her talk. When Rogan would say something, and then the fighter wanted to talk, but no, Rogan shoved it in her face, and then sometimes he switched it up, and
Yeah.
everything was confusing. It was weird. So
It was very awkward. I didn't like it.
no, me
That's all I'm
neither.
saying.
No, me neither.
What else? What other takeaways from this?
From the card.
Yeah, just other random thoughts.
Well, you had mentioned Joe Rogan. I thought was a little bit extra excited at times, maybe calling some fights the greatest fights in history. And,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's weird. Maybe it was the time thing. It fucked them all up, but
Yeah, I'm guessing he might not have slept. I don't know.
yeah, maybe he was all whacked out and saying Boach had like the greatest comeback ever.
Well, that was pretty fucking good with the start there then. So, like Okami Bosch, right? Okami destroys him for 2 rounds. Looks
Beats him senseless.
fucking on top of his
Looking
game.
really good.
What the hell happened in the 3rd round, man?
I think Okami got tired. It's Boach, and then Boach had those crazy like uppercuts from.
It was like a goddamn. It was like a corkscrew uppercut, and it reminded me of goddamn. I was thinking about it all day. Mortal Kombat. It's like where he drops down and he fucking dial that
Johnny
huge
Kang.
uppercut.
Is that who that was?
Johnny Cage.
Johnny Kang.
Liu Kang.
I forgot.
I don't know. It's right in the other room.
I know who you're talking about.
All those.
Yeah. It was nuts, man.
Nailed him.
Too bad for Okami, because Okami just was looking really sharp, and it just got away from him, I think.
Yeah, because and this is the guy that used to just take people down and lay on top of them. Now he's showing off his striking skills because I think, and they probably even said it on the broadcast that, Anderson Silva fucking handled him, and he's got to make a comeback now and work on his striking game. His striking game looks sharp as shit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it just didn't work out until,
Yeah.
Well, and the nice thing was that his corner fucking told him, you got to go out, you got to finish this shit. And he went out and finished it. That's why I advocate to fucking make all the scores public. All the judges' scores should be posted so you know where you stand. Because some of the fights, and I forgot you pointed it out, I think it was the Edgar fight where his corner, there was no sense of urgency to tell him, you're behind. They're all fucking shocked when that decision came. But your corner has got to be realistic with you and let you know exactly where the fuck you stand.
Even if they don't know, you could say, like, dude, we don't know.
It's questionable.
It's pretty fucking close. Like, you need to change it up and just pour it on in this last round or do something. But
like, pour some sugar on me. Def Leppard style.
Nice. Well, one thing we forgot to mention, Boach, that was his first fight down at middleweight, right?
He might have one other.
Does he?
I'm not quite sure. I think it might have been his second. I know that night we were talking, I thought it was his first, but I think they said it might have been his second down there.
I forgot.
But fuck, both those guys were huge for fucking 185.
It's actually the third one.
Sorry.
See? I forgot about Kendall Grove and Nick Ring. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
It's easy to forget about those guys sometimes. But
not to worry, kid.
Hey, it's all good. But he looked good, and I mean, who do you think they're gonna? He's kind of making a case. He's 3 in a row down at 185. Well,
what's next for the Boach man?
The division is becoming interesting. Obviously, there's Anderson Silva, and then there's everybody else. But what do you think about him, like running into Damian Maia?
That's interesting. Michael Bisping.
Yeah, well, it's another interesting. Actually, that might be more fun.
I don't know. I just want to see Bisping lose, so whoever has the better chance of beating him.
Well, Sonnen just beat him, so Huh? Sonnen?
Who?
Chael Sonnen?
What?
Versus
who?
Coach Bisping.
Sonnen?
Yeah.
What? You totally lost me. What are you fucking talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. James Brown is eyeballing me. He's making me uncomfortable.
Sorry.
It's either him
We're off
or
the rails.
Keith Jardine.
But we forgot to mention this.
What?
Anthony Pettis with the Showtime head kick on Joe Lozon early in the first round.
I have slides. Hang on.
Oh, are we out of order? I'm sorry. We're all out of order.
You're out of order.
Everybody's out of fucking
order.
order.
You motherfuckers.
Sorry. Well, we started talking about that, and then
before that, we got to talk about what is that? Bart
Palashevsky.
Fix your fucking mohawk, brother. I don't. That sideways shit didn't work out. I like the safe auto.
Oh yeah, he had like the stuff in there.
But he got cracked, right?
Well, he almost lost his arm, and he was doing this crazy ass like getting the thumb moving, during the submission, trying to get loose.
Hitchhiking.
His arm was pretty big. I wonder if he just didn't have enough leverage to really crack it, but that looked like it was going to break off, and I can't believe he got out of that submission. But Hioki looked really good in that fight, I thought. I mean, this is like a bunch in a row now. He's kind of making a case for himself, for some maybe a title shot. I mean,
maybe.
I don't know who they're going to give him. Did you watch the post-fight press conference? I did not. So,
I watched it, and it was fucking awkward because there was hardly any Japanese media there. There may have been like 2.
Oh, really?
So, like, all the Japanese fighters are up there on stage,
Mhm.
and fucking hardly anyone's asking them questions. The first person they go to, Rampage.
Okay.
Rampage. And then they're going back and forth, and then, okay, this one's for all the Japanese fighters, blah, 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 blah. Like, Jesus Christ, you're in their fucking country. Ask some of the guys some good questions.
Yeah.
And everyone had earpieces in, so you could easily,
Too
like, they
early
did
in
a
the
good
morning.
job of, like, translating back and
It was
forth.
like a
stuff.
UN summit or something with all the crazy translators.
Yeah,
and
but they actually handled it pretty well.
Good.
So, the other thing I want to say is Mizugaki got fucking robbed.
Oh,
he
yeah.
got fucking robbed. I thought he clearly won that fight, and Dana White thought he won that fight, so he got paid his win bonus for that. So.
Okay. Good for him.
I don't know. It's one
Was
of
that
those
on
ones.
the Spike? Oh, no, it's
I don't know. I
FX card.
watched them all somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know if it was Facebook or the.
Yeah, that was a.
FX.
That's on FX. I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, it was.
I recorded it, but I didn't watch those fights because some of them we already saw. So.
It was a fucking
long time.
epic card of
It was too
7
long.
fights.
I was exhausted today.
A little too much.
Yeah, but it felt like you went to the event. You know, like
goddamn
remember
right
when
it
we
did.
went there, it's like a marathon. You
Yeah.
show up at 6 and it's still there at midnight. You're going, fuck. I
I'm
mean,
drinking coffee at fucking like 10:30 at night. Like, man, I'm
Gotta stay
fucking
up.
tired. Some of these fights are putting me to sleep.
yeah.
Lay it down, lay it down. I can't go too hard. That's right. You can't go too hard.
I was surprised. You were pretty calm yesterday.
Yeah.
Normally you're drinking beers and kind of all riled up. You were just chilled out. I don't know what
It
happened.
was pretty mellow.
It's all good.
It was pretty mellow. Kind of like right now.
Okay.
That's why I feel I should fire up.
Fire it up. Let's talk
Am I
about this
getting loud?
thing.
Yes.
Anthony Pettis, Joe Lozon.
He made quick work of them.
He did.
He does not.
This
He didn't
happened.
waste time.
121 around one. Head kick.
Yeah, and what's the deal with Lozon trying to block a body kick? Just fucking eat it.
Yeah,
right?
well, it's weird because I watched the thing again, and it seemed like Pettis faked him out with like a it looked like
he's gonna throw a jab.
yeah,
right?
and
he kinda
Joe was
dropped
trying
the
to
one
paw it,
hand
and at the same time he threw that crazy head
from
kick
the other
fucking
side.
right on the. I mean, there's nothing.
Oh, I thought he fucking got murdered.
He
like it's
went down.
murder.
Yeah.
He's dead. Oh
he
my
went
god.
down hard.
His face looks so bad.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? I mean, Joe. I thought he looked pretty timid to start the fight. He didn't have his usual like thunder he comes out with, which may have been I don't know, nerves or whatever. But
Well, I think Pettis was moving pretty well too,
Yeah.
because it looked like Joe was trying to close the distance with like 3 or 4 shots and try to get his mitts on him. Pettis was just kind of circling out, regrouping, and like, man, that was fucking awesome.
Yep.
So, what's next for these guys?
well, the word on the street is that Pettis and Henderson are gonna rematch.
They should. I think that's the right.
Which a lot of guys, myself included, I feel like Pettis hasn't earned the rematch necessarily.
But he beat Henderson.
What's that?
He beat Henderson.
But the thing is that there's no one else. The two guys that are more deserving of a title shot,
Who?
Which is Diaz and Diaz is fighting in May.
Jim Miller.
Jim Miller. Those two guys, I think, especially Jim Miller, deserves it more. But unfortunately,
Miller lost.
they're fighting already. So, you got to go with it. Miller was definitely ill when he fought Henderson the
It
first
doesn't
time.
matter. Henderson beat him.
Henderson
He
couldn't
can't have
finish him.
another shot.
Yeah.
I think the Pettis one makes more sense because Pettis beat him.
Yeah.
Henderson's got the title.
Yep.
He could take it away again. So,
Summer,
wow.
July 4th. Sounds good.
Yes. Yeah.
About right timing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Woo!
4th of July weekend. Do it up.
That's right.
We'll see.
Do the big
It'll be exciting.
ribeye steaks. Keith Jardine cooking in the backyard. He's a grill master.
Is he? Okay.
He's no Tim Kennedy. I don't know.
Tim Kennedy's a grill master too?
He's on one of them websites, like fucking grilling down and sharing his cooking tips.
Okay. You should do that, cooking with Matt.
Sure, next week.
Next
We're
week.
making that happen.
Okay.
Be
Nice.
fucking beer
Just set up
battered.
your iPhone and start-
beer battered fucking onion rings and bananas.
Bananas.
Sometimes dick or whatever. Dip your dick in, deep fry.
Beer battered dick. And
You're
balls.
bored.
Cock and balls.
That's right. Wives will love that. Wives
Beer
slash
battered
girlfriends.
Free beer battered.
Hey, get a
cock
load of
and balls.
this.
Yes. Low calorie.
Yeah, that's what's important for the ladies.
Okay.
It's low cal and gluten free.
That's right.
Cha-ching. Money. So next for Lozon, I was
don't
thinking
know.
he should fight Clay Guida, even though the other ones you're talking about later on for Guida, or for someone else.
Guida?
He's ranked about 9. Lozon was probably what, a solid 13.
What about him fighting Edgar? No,
Who?
Lozon.
I think that's too big of a jump for
You
him.
think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Edgar was the title holder, so I want to see him fight someone. Because Lozon, the only reason he got jumped up was beating Guillard, because Guillard was supposed to get that title shot. So he was kind of like low, and he keeps doing those like, I win 2, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. So he needs to put it together. I don't know what his deal is. It's the consistency. It's just not there.
Yeah.
He just keeps running into that point.
Well, maybe sometimes guys when they get to it's like they have that syndrome where they're good. I call it the. I don't want to compare
enlarged
Lozon
scrotum
to
syndrome.
Bisping, but Bisping has a similar problem. He's great in that middle range of fighters, and as soon as he gets to the upper echelon, it's like problem, And then they give him a couple fights in the middle, and then they give him one bigger fight, problem. So maybe that's Joe's deal. Maybe he needs to change up his training or his style, or I don't know. We didn't get to see his second and third round, gas tank this time, but that's been his problem before. I don't know. I don't know what it is. He's obviously good on the ground. He's got good striking, but just didn't go his way this time. So, happens.
It does happen. Mm-hmm. Let's move right along.
Okay.
Let's get out of this one.
Good. So I'm tired of talking about it.
Yeah, this fucking ain't right.
Depressing.
We got damn Akiyama.
Jake Shields.
Jake Shields. So
Akiyama with the badass tan. What about that?
I was told it was vitamin D.
Okay.
But I think you pointed out that he's sexy Yama, so it's probably spray on.
Spray tan, man.
And it's not really benefiting the man.
No, it's spray on, I think. It looked a little orangey.
I'll just say this. That guy's a fucking cheater. He's a cheater.
Oh, because he grabbed the cage like 10 times?
And then Jake Shields had some like post-fight interviews like kind of calling him a cheater. Like, he's greased and cheated like 5 or 6 times in the past and, whatever. And, he grabbed the fence.
Oh, yeah, he rubbed himself down with like 10 bottles of lotion before for one of his fights. And he got busted for that, yeah.
I thought they should have taken points away from
Should've.
him. And I think it was the last round, wasn't it? The third round where he like double grabbed. It wasn't like a single grab; it was a double, and then he did it again.
Well, Jake was going to take his back, and if he didn't grab the cage, I think he would have got both hooks in, and he would have had about a minute and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas at the end of the fight, he only had like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So that would have been a huge difference. He probably could have finished it.
Yeah. So. And what do you think about Akiyama at 170? How did he look?
I thought he looked good. Surprisingly, his gas seemed good. He seemed like he was fast. He looked huge.
Yeah,
I think Pete was pointing at it. He's like, "Whoa, that guy's way big."
Yeah.
But I mean, he looked good. I think he should stay there. But I kind of got the impression from his post fight that he may retire.
Well, he's lost 4 fights in a row.
Are they going to cut him or no?
I think he's getting cut like a
so?
son of a bitch. I think if you're from another country and you lose 4, you're out. I don't know. Looks at Dan Hardy. Where's he at? He's at like 4,
still around.
right?
Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah.
Still in the mix.
He is.
He is sexy Yama.
The thing is, do you put on exciting fights? I don't really care how many you lose. It's like, are you exciting in your losses? And like, this one wasn't. He had some fucking pretty sweet throws in there, some judo throws where he like came at him like ass first and like, whoa, Jake Shields goes flying, and then Shields was talking about it afterwards. He's like, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I was like, damn, that was pretty nice. I'm gonna have to go back and watch, but yeah fuck, man. Did some sweet
Jake
throws
couldn't
in
get
there.
him on the ground either. He tried. He just couldn't do it.
And here's another question. Like, Jake looked so dominant when he was like the Strikeforce champion. Might have had a lot of back knee at that point. But since he's come to the UFC, has not looked that impressive. Mm-hmm. What do you think's going on? Is it the Strikeforce, the competition, not as good as the UFC, or
well, that's
something
one for
else?
Sure. I mean, the other thing is it could be diet and
vegetarianism,
vitamins. I don't
lack
know,
of proteins.
I think like in the UFC, if you have to have cardio, I think that's the number one difference between UFC fighters and fighters in other organizations.
Didn't he used to have cardio, and now it doesn't look like he does?
Yeah, so I don't know if his training's changed or whatever, but I mean, I think guys really work on that, and the pace is so fast where maybe in I don't know, he's working on the skills or something, and he's not focusing on the cardio.
Get the skills to almost pay the bills.
Yeah, so it's just probably a factor of a few things. So, yeah, he didn't look as good. I don't know. He hasn't looked good since
he got to the UFC.
Dan Henderson, he hasn't looked good.
Right.
That was his last fight that he looked really like himself, I would say.
Yeah, because even that fight to Capman was like, I think it wasn't a split decision win.
Yeah.
You could have arguably given it to Capman, and then GSP. I was like, fuck, man.
GSP.
He got handled, but a lot of people get handled by GSP. So goes without saying. So next for Shields, I want to say winner of the fucking Rory McDonald Mills fight that's coming up here.
Okay.
I really want to see him fight Rory McDonald because I think Rory McDonald will fucking destroy him. You know why I don't like Jake Shields?
The water boy.
Because he when I played a UFC game, fucking Shields likes to take me down and just hold me down.
Yeah.
And then I can't do anything. I can't do goddamn anything. I'm like, my fighter is top notch, but Jake Shields just wants to dry hump me for a whole round. And the goddamn ref doesn't want to stand me up.
Nope.
It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it sucks. He's good at that.
He is, and I don't like it one bit. So in real life now, I don't like him.
Okay.
But I never liked him in the first place. So
It's fair enough.
it's a win-win, I guess.
Okay. I dig it. I can go with that. I mean, he's got to get somebody like in the lower, higher middle of the road field. Like, there's a bunch of guys. Fitch, Hendricks.
Yeah?
Who else is in the mix? Johnny Hendricks, John Fitch, Josh Koscheck. There's all those like guys that are kind of fighting each other. If any of those guys, I'd be fine with that. That's cool with me.
Sure. Look at that.
Yeah.
Throw a finger right at the camera.
Okay.
Take it. And then Akiyama, if he is to stick around, I want to bring fucking Chris Lytle out of retirement.
Oh my God.
I want to bring Chris Lytle out of retirement, and him and Akiyama, the War of 2012.
Lytle's still fighting in my career mode in UFC because I
Yeah.
got a 170 fighter I made. He's still fighting. He's like
awesome.
46 years old.
He doesn't
so
give a
He's
shit.
still going.
He's still making it happen.
I did fight him and I submitted him though.
Oh,
I had to.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
I knocked out Chuck Liddell for you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, is he in the game for you? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had to take him down.
It's all good.
It's like, this one goes out to Ingo. You're your favorite fighter.
Yeah. Well,
I
I handled BJ Penn too with my guy. Moved down to 155
Yeah.
and put on a clinic. So
Sometimes you got to take care of business.
yes.
I don't even know what happened.
That game's scary though, because if you know the fighters, like, obviously we study this stuff a lot.
Yeah.
When like BJ got me down, for instance, I was like, "Fuck!" He got my back. I'm like, "Oh fuck, I'm in trouble." Just trying to like get, you kind of start to learn.
Yeah.
And these guys really, the game is really well done. I think
Yeah.
they really fight to their styles and how they normally would fight, and it gets scary. When you're like Munoz is one, I can't beat that guy. He just takes me down and grounds and pounds me against the cage. I fucking hate that guy.
I got to say this. Since we're talking about the game,
What?
I got to talk about this.
What happened?
Fucking Joe Rogan.
What's that?
The guy's killing me. Joe Rogan, I don't know why you got to kill me. You got to fucking dog me every time when in between rounds. I'm fucking like beating ass or whatever. They show little replays.
Okay.
Never wants to show me and all the fucking cool shit I do. It's always like, look at the guy that he's fighting against. Check out his world-class takedowns. This is fucking Jiu-Jitsu 101. Like, why can't be unbiased? I work hard. I hurt my thumb the other day.
He doesn't
Did
like
you know
the
that?
MMA nuts from playing the game.
Yeah, I was playing so hard I hurt my thumb. But you know what?
You
I'm a
kept going.
fucking champion. I fight on
You came to the fight injured and
with an injured thumb. Do I get any fucking respect for
No.
that? I didn't pull out of the fight. I fought on.
There should be a post-fight press conference
I fought on.
for the shit. What's next?
That's what I'm saying. Just give me some fucking respect, Joe Rogan. You don't know what it's like to be a fighter. I'm a fighter.
You got a 205er?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, he was a 185er, and then I moved up because I had to beat Shogun down for a title versus title match.
Nice.
I had to turn the fucking game off a couple times because I don't know what it is. Whenever you go for a title fight, they fuck you. So you got a game plan. If you don't game plan, you're losing.
One. But like I said, I had a couple of contender fights, and I kept losing them. It seemed like it gets unusually hard for some reason.
It's like whatever the difficulty level you're on, it seems like it goes 2 up.
Yeah.
I just do it, not on beginner, but like 1 up. I am not the best. I want to beat ass when I play the game. I don't want to have to
I'm
think
still
about
pissed
shit.
you can't do like cross weight class fights.
You can.
Can you?
Yeah, they
Oh,
offer you
I tried
up
to-
and down at times.
No, I mean like in an open play, can I fight BJ Penn versus like Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, see, that's a problem. That should be on.
I'd like
You
to
should
try
have-
that. Why not?
It's a good
fun.
point.
Exhibition.
UFC 1 rules, open weight,
Yeah.
whoever. Brock Lesnar
whatever.
versus fucking Jose Aldo.
Yeah. If I want to take BJ and try to like stick and move all day, and then take Brock's back and submit his ass somehow, I mean, why not?
That's right.
Why can't I try that? Why can't I try that? Maybe it would work.
He's 50 years old now. Why can't I fight that
Why
motherfucker?
can't I simulate those two fighting? I'd like to see what happens.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Maybe patch that. We want open weight fights.
Well, they're smart. I think I've noticed. I think they're gradually adding things. Like they added the entrances this year and a little bit better. So it's gonna. They want you to buy the next game.
I was gonna say Pride rules. Michael Bisping is not a fan of Pride rules. Somehow he always gets soccer kicked in the fucking head.
I did some of those. What do you call that? Like historic fights or whatever. Like Rampage.
Rampage Silva. I tried it.
Couldn't do it.
It was hard, wasn't it?
It was real hard. I won that one and then the one after that too.
But were you able to pull off any of the moves? Because it's always land 10 air guitar strikes. Like what?
It took me a couple tries, but yeah, it did.
Okay.
You really just gotta try to do your best to do it.
I'm just trying to win the fight. I was like, all this other nonsense.
No, you got to do it exactly like, because I'm good at those. Like for my career mode, I do the game planning. I'm good at doing that every time. So that's how I've been kind of boosting most of my stats. Game plans. So
those boost packs work awesome, by the way.
Which one?
I don't know. The ones that I can't find. I just found it after I created my second fighter. They're like, are you sure you want to boost your fighter? Because you won't be able to play online now. So fuck it, let's go. I don't think it did anything but just disabled me from playing online with my guy. Anyways.
Moving on?
Goddamn right.
Okay.
Oh, what happened?
The surprise of the night.
Czech Congo. Michael Bisping is somehow related to all this.
He is? How so?
He pulled out a Wolf Slayer.
Oh, fucked everybody up. Rampage and Congo. Okay.
That's why everyone loses.
Okay. He was like that, like in horse racing, he got that fucking goat that hangs around. You know about this?
No, here we go.
In the stables, when the thoroughbreds, they have this fucking goat that just hangs around, and it like keeps the horses calm. It's like, you never heard about this? Nice. This is seriously, they keep this goat in there, and the goat, only purpose for the goat is it's like these horses, they like to have this goat around. It's a tiny one. It's got to be small. So they're not fucking it. Okay.
No. Small goat dick.
Okay.
Big horse
dick, maybe. But it calms them. So I think Bisping is like the small goat of Wolf Slayer. That's nice. Bringing it back around.
So they have like big black cocks. Yeah. Like a Bisping
tiny little white man dick.
Yeah. That's what it is. So it makes them feel more secure.
Yeah, so they're like, hey,
he gone.
It's all good.
Now we got a problem.
No, it's a problem. They got to find a new goat.
Yeah. I'm going to stop because I didn't say like a new bitch. You said I just say Michael Bisping's their little bitch?
No, not at all. I'm just saying.
Okay.
So let's talk about this.
He's a UK wonder boy. Don't talk bad about him.
Do you feel like this was stopped early? Because I watched it again, and I think they could have let it go another couple of seconds just to see what would have happened.
Well, a couple of thoughts. I think Herb Dean was reffing again. He didn't want to Pat Barry Mark Hunt, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So going back to Hunt, so Hunt lands, I think it was left hook, drops Congo the first time, and then he casually just waits for him to get up, which I thought was awesome, because he's just like, fuck you, let's go, get up, I got some more for you.
Yeah.
And then he comes over and it starts landing right hand, done, down, it's over. And I love the post-fight interview from Joe Rogan. He's like, wow, Mark Hunt, you just won. This is like fucking one of the best fights. You're back in Japan. How does this feel? How do you feel right now?
What did he say?
Great.
Oh, yeah, he was. Oh, that's right. He was really like.
Just like one.
He seemed a little spaced out.
Answer.
I remember we talked about this last night. He seemed a little like, what'd you say, punch drunk or something?
I don't know. He's a man of a few words, and I can respect that. He's on a 3-fight win streak now, right?
I think even Dana White was surprised by the whole, like, what is this guy, how is he winning? Like, kind of, I don't know. I mean, tough dude, cannot, he came in and lost to McCorkle, who's now out of the UFC, and then he goes on a 3-fight tear.
Yeah, he got his shoulder shredded.
Yeah. And then he comes back and just is destroying dudes. And
he just needs the right matchups, that's all.
Yeah. He needs a striker kind of fight. Like a Pat Barry type of is that a good next one? Maybe?
It could be. I was thinking, like, we got to get some of these Strikeforce guys back over. I want to see Sergey Karatanov.
Oh, yeah. That guy's been, like, MIA since this whole... Are they still doing that? Is that still going to happen?
What?
Cormier and Karatanov for the Strikeforce title?
No, I thought they folded the heavyweight division, so I thought
did
all
they?
that's gone.
But they didn't sign either one of those guys, did they?
Well, I think you own them, don't you? If they're
I don't know.
Strikeforce.
I didn't hear anything
Zuffa
official
buys
about
that.
UFC. There are a lot of rumors about Fedor coming to UFC on the forums and stuff. Not about those two guys.
And like Barnett too. Like you have Barnett, you got Bigfoot Silva.
Mhm.
Who else?
A lot of big dudes. Cormier.
Yeah, he's coming in. Chad Griggs came in.
Yep.
So bring Cardanoff in. Him
He's
and
got
Hunt.
Sideburns.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Good
I'm
thing
all
going
for that. And then who else? Fuck, give Congo like Roy Nelson.
Ouch. I think Nelson submits him like 9 out of 10 times.
Probably, but that'll be a good battle, man.
Yeah, probably. How old is Congo? Does it say there? No.
Congo, he looks a solid 32.
32? I can look it up for you. Hold on. Yeah, I like that. He's 36.
See, he's a solid 36.
Yeah.
Well, Hunt was a solid 37.
Yeah.
He's now plus 500.
Mm-hmm.
He is 8-7. Deal with it.
Yep.
That's all I gotta say. Should we move along? Let's move
Moving
along.
along.
Let's not even take time to pontificate.
Rampage versus Ryan Bader. Rampage, who did not make weight for this fight.
Yeah, I had this feeling that he was gonna miss weight, but actually it was he who was gonna miss weight.
Yep.
Right fight, wrong
6
guy.
pounds. Knee injury.
Yeah.
Said he injured his knee, so that's why he was overweight and couldn't do cardio and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, couldn't he just burn machine? I don't want to be.
I gotta grab one of those from you, by the way.
Yeah, it's over there. But I don't give a fuck if your knee's hurt. All right, here you go. Here's some tough love. I don't give a fuck if your knee is hurt. You can't work your upper body. You can't fucking beat your dick off all day.
Maybe.
Find a way to make it happen. You can get some cardio. That's just fucking, that's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I understand if your knee's hurt, but you have an upper body. You can
cardio with
aerodyne.
upper body alone?
What's that?
Can you cardio with upper body only?
What's the burn machine do?
Is that? I guess that's a good point.
Get a 6-pound one or something.
Cardio all day.
You know, you can find a way to make it happen. You can swim. Swimming's not gonna, and you do swim. So bullshit.
He's like a seal, this guy.
Yeah, it's just bullshit. So that's all I'm saying.
I've been kissed by a rose.
Seal?
Different seal. Sorry.
Whoa, hey, I like
That's
that.
horrible singing.
Is just like his face.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Whoa, horrible, atrocious.
Easy.
Terrible.
Didn't he just get divorced?
I don't know.
He was married to someone. And he
Heidi
just got
Klum?
divorced. Yeah.
The supermodel?
Yeah, that's weird.
Not my thing either.
No.
I never thought she was good looking.
No, the supermodels, they need a little more meat
A little
on the bone.
skeleton-like for me.
They need to be like 80s supermodels, like Kathy Ireland.
Voluptuous and plump.
Yeah, a little thicker.
And,
yes. Just thick
Yes.
wins.
Yes.
Thick wins. That's all I'm trying to say. So,
where were we?
I was bitching about Rampage missing weight because.
Can I borrow the bottle opener?
Yeah.
Please.
Thank
you.
Going back to Rampage missing weight, he's the one who said he was an injury and he doesn't pull out of fights, and that raises another question. It's like, if a guy is injured, and in this case Rampage claimed he was, should he have pulled out of that fight?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I think he did the right thing, staying in the fight. I mean, you know what? It's Japan. He came out with the big old pride entrance, which
that was
really
pretty
cool.
sweet. I give him that. Props to him on that.
Yeah, but I mean, I think those fans expect him to fight, and it sucks because he didn't look like himself. He kind of was real tentative and timid, and just kind of could never get his hands on.
He
Bader.
did have one fucking awesome body slam, and I don't know how Bader's arm is not fucking jacked up because he posted Shogun style in that one.
Yeah,
and that's.
Let me tell you,
like Big
I've
Dax
done it
in your
once,
ass.
and I got yelled at like nobody's business. If you're doing any kind of grappling, when you get thrown, just take the punishment. Do not post your arm because it's likely going to happen where you may get it broken. It's a very good chance because putting it down on the ground, you don't know what's going to happen. Don't do it. Just hug your opponent or something. Don't take the punishment. Yeah. You weren't there that day. Camprito yelled at me. That's the first time he ever yelled. He's like, "Don't do that."
It's very
Don't
bad.
fucking do that. He's like, "You're gonna break your arm. Don't do it." He's like, "I'm serious." I'm like, "Okay."
I hear you.
No problem. Okay,
Sounds
but I was
great.
upside down for a second. I didn't know what to do, so put my arm down.
Go smoke some weed. Leave me alone.
It's all good. So, what were your thoughts on the fight? That's the question.
I think he should have pulled out of the fight. I don't think, because that performance I was not impressed
It's a
with.
little bit horrible, right?
It was pretty much he had one slam and nothing else to offer. And, Bader did what he needed to do. He got I think he took him down a couple times.
Yep.
And then Rampage had nothing to offer while he's on his back. It just kind of,
hanging out.
Wait it out until the end of the round. And yeah, if his knee was hurt, great. But I want to see a better performance. If you're
You could have
injured,
shrimped a little bit, got the underhook,
something,
did
just
something,
a
tried something.
little more effort. That's why I would say I'd rather him pull out than put on a shitty performance.
Yeah. I guess you're right. I mean, that sounds.
I mean, I
fair.
understand he didn't want to disappoint the Japanese fans because that's kind of like his. I don't know if it's his home or his second home, but he fucking all the fights in Pride. So
Yeah, he loves that place.
it's tough. I mean, it's a tough situation to be in. So I think he's fucked either way. It's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
You pull out and then everyone's mad at you, or you show up and you can't perform at 100% and everyone's mad at you.
Yep.
So
Were they pissed about his performance?
yeah.
Or they were? Okay.
Well, I think it starts with missing weight by 6 pounds. I think that's one of the biggest misses next to Rumble Johnson, who missed by 11 or 12 pounds.
Yeah.
But when he moved up,
Or Alves missing by like 5 or 6 pounds.
Who was that?
Didn't Alves miss by like 7 pounds?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe 3. I think 3 is like the point where if it's 2 and under, you're okay. I mean, that's acceptable. But when you start to get 3, then it's fucking disrespectful. Anything over 3, it's egregious.
Okay, well, it's big words.
I am using big words.
Wow.
I went to college. I graduated from college.
Nice.
Took my time.
That's good. College is good.
6 years. Because sometimes you got to take your time because you don't want to be responsible right away, do you?
Mm-mm.
No, you take your time.
I was on a similar plan. It took me 6.5.
Hey, rock and roll then.
So, it's all good.
It is. So, what do you think next for Bader here?
I don't know, man. I've been trying to rack my brain today. Bader, he's been all over that 205 division. I have no clue.
He's up and down. There's a couple guys I was thinking about.
I have somebody for Rampage.
One is free right now. So Lyoto Machida is free. And that would be a kind of an interesting style matchup of a dude that likes to move and stick a move, and then Bader, who's kind of, pretty aggressive, will take you down. That could be one matchup. Or you do Bader and Phil Davis.
You could do that.
So I kind of want to see Machida and him. That's more intriguing to me.
Okay.
Weird style. See how you match up. What are you thinking for Rampage?
Dude, they got to do Rampage Shogun rematch.
Yeah,
And they need to do it in Japan. Because they said they're supposed to do 3, I think, cards in Japan this year, supposedly.
Oh, good luck
They
with
should
that.
do it in Japan. Do it upright. Make it Rampage's like final fight.
Pride rules. Could they do that?
I don't know.
Could they do that?
I think Dana White's pretty determined
He's anti-pride.
to keep the UFC brand the way it is and not fuck around with other. He seems pretty much against any of that stuff, which would be awesome. But
I want knees to the grounded opponent. It's so glorious in the game.
it is fun.
I love it.
But yeah, I think those two guys should definitely fight. Why not?
They should. I think that's probably the most logical next step for both of those guys, especially where they're at in their careers right now.
Yep. I like it.
Done.
Done.
We'll make it happen.
All right.
Let's take a piss break.
Rampage.
Take a piss break.
We'll be back.
All right. So you're into Edgar Henderson.
You forgot to say, and we're back.
Oh, sorry. And we're back.
Yeah.
Like a butt crack or my ball sack. Are you ready to attack and take someone's back? Not a knapsack? Should I stop?
Maybe.
It didn't even rhyme. We did that like 3 shows ago, or at least 2.
It's all good. Bringing it around. Wait, were we talking about the main event of UFC 144?
You know it.
Frankie Edgar, Benson Henderson. Epic fight of proportions.
Yeah.
Epicness.
There was epicness.
There was.
Let's see. Yes. Okay, I'll start here. Catching kicks does not win you a fight.
Nope.
I had it 4-1. 4 for Henderson, 1 for Edgar. How did you score it?
I scored it
3-2?
even into the 5th round, and I thought Ben did more in the 5th round to win, so 3-2 Ben Henderson. I think the correct fighter won the fight. I don't necessarily agree with the 4 rounds, but I can see how that's
2 judges scored it 4-1.
Yeah, I could see how they would score it that way.
But judge, that's like saying, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
They
my
don't
my
score
biggest
right.
takeaway from the fight was, I really feel like Edgar does not have enough power to finish guys at 155 9 times out of 10. I know he finished Gray Maynard, obviously.
I think Gray Maynard finished himself.
Yeah, but he got tired and took a
It
beating
happened
or whatever.
twice.
Edgar's tough dude, but I think he could not get any kind of work in against Ben Henderson. And it almost looked like a 170 guy versus a 155er.
You got fucking Quadzilla over here
It's huge.
versus a guy who's not cutting any weight
Yep.
for his fights. So
Yeah.
it was tough. There were some key moments in this fight, and I think one of them was that up kick that Henderson landed on Edgar.
Yep.
Where it fucking buckled him, and then Henderson was smart and tried to lock up the guillotine. And I don't know if time ran out, but it was right at the end
tight.
of
It looked real tight.
one of the rounds.
Frankie
I was
got
like,
out though.
Shite.
Yep.
He had good submission defense, and at another point he got caught in another guillotine. And then I think you said it too. It was like that 5th round where Henderson threw like that double flying knee or some action. And like, man, that guy. And then when the fight was over, he's still fresh. He's still fresh
He's
after
jumping
fucking
around,
5
running around.
rounds going at it. So
Yeah.
like, man, that guy's gonna be a force to be reckoned with at 55.
Yeah.
And who's gonna beat him? Pettis. Is that next on his agenda?
That's next on his agenda for sure. That it's going to be good, I think. Like we said earlier in the show.
Yes.
Probably July 4th.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Make it happen. We're blowing shit up.
Do it up.
2012.
Yeah. Well, Rogan asked Edgar about moving down to 145 at the post-fight interview, and he said didn't seem too excited about that idea.
And he didn't seem too excited at the post-fight press conference, which again, I'll say this once and I'll say it again. The loser should not be at the post-fight press conference because he came off kind of as a sore loser, saying all sorts of shit, and why don't I get an immediate rematch when I had to do 2? And I said, well, because that first fight against BJ, a lot of people thought BJ won that fight, and that's why they rematched it. And the fight with Gray Maynard,
It was a draw.
yeah. So you have to. If it's a fucking draw, you got to rematch.
Yep.
So that is why. But I understand it. I mean, you just lost. You're kind of pissed off, and you're going to say what's on your mind. But if you're a champion, you have to suppress how you feel and say bullshit. Right?
Yeah, I guess
don't
so.
know.
I mean, if he felt like he won it, which it sounded like he did.
He felt he won it.
I didn't like the whole I felt like I did enough comment because that reminds me a lot of like what we hear from
A point fighter?
Yeah, and I don't think Frankie's that kind of guy. I think maybe he just was lost in the moment and kind of just felt disappointed by his performance. He just could never get anything going. I think, and that probably frustrated him.
Well, he had the first round though, because it took Henderson a round to figure out his timing and figure out the movement and okay, how am I gonna work this? And then he solves the puzzle, and then it's his fight.
Yeah, it was. What can you say? I mean, Henderson, tough dude. Definitely a specimen at 155. He's got good ground game. He's got good striking. He's athletic. He's got endless cardio.
He doesn't drink and he doesn't smoke. How do you feel about that?
I don't know.
I don't trust
I
him.
feel sorry for him.
I don't trust him.
Because when he wakes up in the morning, that's as good as he's going to feel all day. That's what I say.
Now you're going to tell me he doesn't eat meat, and now we're going to have a problem, man.
Whoa.
You don't drink, you don't smoke, and you don't eat
Is he
meat.
vegetarian? I don't know.
He probably isn't.
He eats.
You can't look like that and not be
Yeah.
a meat eater.
Okay.
Okay, I said that right.
I agree with you.
I was thinking about it as I'm saying. I'm like,
You can't
am I
eat
saying this
pound
right?
of meat.
Am I saying that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bison. Ingo made some chili, by the way. It was fucking delicious.
It was
What did you use in there?
Bison meat?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I couldn't really tell the difference between beef and that, but it didn't.
I don't know. It
It,
was fucking
it
delicious.
tasted pretty good. I didn't have any. I'll probably have some tomorrow. So you said it's better the couple
Yeah, I
days
ate the
later.
rest today.
Was it good still? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I like to tweak around with the recipe. I think I want to add more veggies into the mix. Like maybe put some onions in and some more garlic and I don't know, maybe some chilies and
Yeah, whatever.
This is kinda
Having
fucking
euros.
just go crazy.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know if I ever told you the story, but in college, my roommate and I, he still loves to cook, and he posts on Facebook all the time, like his fucked up shit he's cooking all the time, and I do it back to him. But there was one time we made chili, and apparently we were not on the same page that day because we were cooking together. But I would come in the kitchen, and I'd be like, this isn't hot enough, and I started adding some hot sauce, And then he'd come in and do the same thing. And then like
God.
4 or 5 rounds later, and finally when we sat down to eat this shit at the end, like 6 hours after we'd been cooking it, we were both like, I remember sitting and just eating it, and both of us were just kind of like something's wrong here. And all of a sudden we were like, holy fuck, why is it so spicy? Oh my God, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess apparently he had been putting habaneros in, I was putting jalapenos in, and
Man.
you know with chili it's weird because you can't really, it doesn't infuse really evenly until after a while. So the top kept tasting not spicy.
Well, you guys got to make sure you're doing it all together.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
Yeah,
Well, there was some drinking involved, and it was the summertime, and we were outside.
I
and there was
hear
other
ya.
things going on, so it's kind of. But chili's good. I haven't had chili since you started making it, and you kind of got me hooked back on it. So
It's so easy. That's what's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like you can just throw everything in a pot and then like
done.
simmer, bitch,
Yep.
simmer.
Yeah, I just did the slow cooker, just 6 hours, and see you later.
Cha-ching.
So that being said, Frankie
Yeah.
Edgar, I still think he needs to fight a guy. I like him and Clay Guida. I'm a big fan of this matchup. I think they're two similar scrappy guys and cardio guys and two different styles. I think it would be interesting. What do you think about
If
that?
he stays at 55,
I think he will.
I think you should drop to 45.
You think he's got
Like that.
anything for a guy like Aldo though, with the
No.
dynamic striking that he has?
But I think there's other guys in there that he could destroy.
Yeah.
The other option for 55 is like, what about him and like Cowboy Cerrone?
That would be cool.
Be an option.
Yeah.
He could probably beat Cerrone. But
Should.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I mean, he doesn't sound like he wants to go down to 55.
Nope.
Or 45. Everyone wants him to go there. He wants to probably stay at 55.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck?
It's been
I've
working.
only had like a loss or,
Couple.
Yeah. Maynard and Henderson. Why drop?
Makes sense to me.
Well, because he doesn't cut. I think that's the problem. I think it's just the guys that he's going to go up against are too much or too big for him. And Maynard was bigger, but I think he just had the wrong game plan. I think it's like if he would have went for more submissions and paced himself a little bit better, because he blew it out like first round. It's like, fuck, man, just so close, but not quite there. So.
These things happen in MMA.
They sure do, Gus Johnson. Where is that silly bitch?
I don't
miss him.
We'll
And
probably
his-
see him next
and his
weekend.
lipstick.
Strikeforce.
Misha
Ronda
Tate.
Rousey, Misha Tate. Who do you have? That's the question. I'm taking Rousey via fucking judo knockout. She's gonna.
Well, I think she's
slam
gonna
that bitch.
break her arm and then finger bang herself with that broken
Nice.
arm. Oh, how do you like it? You're fingering me. You're fingering me.
I
You
think
silly
Rousey's a lot
bitch.
bigger than Tate, like physically too. So this should be interesting.
Mhm.
Tate's a little more scrappy. Kind of similar matchup, but like these two. Tate's volume, kind of they should scissor fight.
Fuck yeah, they should.
a lot of-
That's probably like one of the hottest fights out there.
I like it.
Deal with that.
Sponsors! We have MMAHQ.com, the world's best daily deal site, featuring the latest fighters, trends, and brands. They sell one item per day until it's sold out at 11 Eastern. If you were watching this just a couple days ago, they had a badass deal on a Pride sweatshirt. I had to buy that shit. It's pretty badass. I don't know if it's good or not, but if it's good, I'll just be rocking it on the show. Go there, sign up for the email shit. You get emails every day when deals are coming through, or go to our website, check it out.
Yeah,
Oh,
should I do the Joe Rogan?
what's that?
MMA HQ! Go get yourself one now!
There you go.
You gotta get the eyes wide open on that. How he sells the
Perfect.
paper.
You need a microphone. Every time they do
Gotta
that,
throw
Dana's
that one
always
in.
like, fuck, you're crazy.
I was like, I'm waiting for it. There it is.
Crazy eyes. Okay.
Dana White trying not to laugh his
Yeah.
ass off.
Yeah.
Every fucking time I do nails it. Anyway,
Yep.
proceed, Maestro.
We have betdsi.com where you can bet on MMA, save 20%. Also, we keep mentioning this. You can go and click on, what can you go? You can go to our website, click on the link, sign up for a betdsi.com account,
Okay.
and then enter their Pick the Win UFC contest, which happens every event.
UFCcontest.com.
Yes.
Cha-ching.
$2,000 on the line every time you can win in betting money, and that's consistently every time there's a UFC. But you got to have a betdsi.com account first, or you cannot get any money. Okay, so go there, check them out. And last but not least, we have
Bars Beer. It's a craft beer, happens to be gluten-free. You can go to barsbeer.com, find a retailer or a location near you where you can enjoy such a tasty beverage. And if you've seen it on our Facebook, you can make peanut butter gluten-free onion rings or whatever you want to dip in that.
Can I say the other thing you can dip in there?
Dip your Nina in there if you feel like it.
Okay.
Here's a funny story for you. So in the Griffith household, vaginas are called Ninas by my kids.
Beer battered Nina?
No.
Wow.
But I'm just, I don't know.
Sounds
Niners. Yeah, the word came up. So they refer to it, it came up as Niners this time. I'm like
the 49ers?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, yeah, like the 49ers. So then my daughter's like, oh, we're going to need 40 more people then.
What the fuck?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. The shit that comes out of kids'
Because then you'll
mouths.
have 40, and then she's pointing. She's like, then you'll have 49ers. Like,
what the fuck?
I just lost my shit. I dropped to the floor. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. They're so innocent. I'm like, you're so smart. I'm like, you're so right. You're right. I'm like, oh.
Should get lots of Niners.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Niners.
You have 49ers. Good for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways. Where are we going?
We're going to be on some list after that.
Why?
Discussion.
It's just honesty.
Okay.
My kids are honest.
Oh, boy.
And then what did the other daughter say? Something about, oh, you got a crack or something. I'm like, everybody's got a crack in their body. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, your butt crack.
What the fuck?
I'm like, you're right. Another funny.
Things that go on. In
the Griffith household. It's out of control. Every day, all day.
Yes.
We got dogs puking, kids puking. Fun is had by everybody's. Okay. We don't have a slide for this next one.
So good. So what were we talking about?
We're going to go.
UFC on FX. Alves versus Campman. Also UFC on FX 2.
This is in George Soteropoulos land.
Australia.
Yes.
March 3rd.
Yes.
Friday. The night before the Ronda Rousey-Misha Tate fight on Strikeforce.
Oh, that's tricky.
So at the Alphonse Arena in Sydney, Australia. It's the 200th UFC event. Oh, really? Wow.
Wow.
It says that right here.
That's hardcore.
They have had 200 events. That's a lot. 2.
I wonder how many of those I've actually watched.
Probably all of them.
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
Well, there was a gray area where I missed a bunch, and then when the first season of The Ultimate Fighter, like the show came back on the reality show, then I got back in. But I was still buying pay-per-views here and there throughout the years, and it's all good. So I'll venture to say about 150 of those.
Seems like we've been talking a long time.
It sure does. Can you tell?
Like a 2-hour show. Let's go.
I'm trying to find some odds here real quick.
It's all good.
I didn't quite get those.
Pardon us for a moment.
It'll all work out. Drink a beer. Chug a Niner while you're at it. Yeah, it ain't going to work, so fuck it. We got Thiago
Pitbull
Alves. He's 19-8 versus Martin.
The Hitman.
Catman, he's 18-5. Catman, 39% of his wins by KO, 33% by submission. Alves, 58% by KO, 11% by submission. I'll go real quick on this one. Like that? Like that weird, awkward pause?
Sure.
The fucking goddamn video's fucked up.
What video?
There's nothing going on.
What video?
I know.
What are you
Our
talking
video. I just tricked everybody.
Oh.
So I'll say this. The strong wrestler is Alves' kryptonite. Just follow me.
Okay.
And fucking Catman has a problem with brawling.
Okay.
Alves has more power. Catman's better on the ground. Mm-hmm. Where does it all end up? Alves with the win. Decision.
Okay.
Take that. Easy.
Well,
or not.
I think that both guys have a history of kind of going off the reservation when it comes to game plans. I think that Alves, as well as Campbell, at times can be considered a brawler first versus a tactician. Definitely Campbell, for me, has a much more technical stand-up game when he decides to use it. I also think he has a major advantage on the ground, and he has a reach advantage as well. The one thing that Alves has, which Campbell doesn't, is that he's playing scary at times when he comes to attack.
Leg kick.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't
What's
think
that?
we've really seen that Alves in a few fights, and I don't know if it's a difference in how he's trained.
Yeah, he doesn't look as thick as he normally
Yeah,
has.
he's more
Is that the
reserved.
Dolce diet?
Could be. The more too many veg. He needs to eat more protein or something.
Well, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
No, but
Where
I
you
mean, he was
throw
like
your
a
protein.
killer before. But him against like Hughes, and then what did he
No,
fight?
who's that last guy? Abu
Koscheck,
Dhabi?
Abdi. Well, he got his first submission in that fight, by the way, against that guy. First ever submission by.
That guy was fucking
physical.
throwing bombs.
Yeah.
Like they're going fucking out of style.
That was a good fight for him. But I just feel like Cameron has more tools to win the fight in too many different areas. I don't think either guy finishes the other one, especially given that Campbell has such a history in the last few fights of going
Decision.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's like both guys have totally changed how they used to be maybe like 3 years ago. So I don't know what that means, but I just want to say like Campbell for sure, more technical, more skilled as far as ground game and stand up. So I got to pick him to win. Very close decision. I know this is a tough one for you because you like.
Yeah,
both
I like
guys,
both of these
so.
guys. I think I like Alves a little bit more, and
Do you?
I always look at who's learning from their mistakes more, and you look at Alves, and I forgot which fight it was, but he knew he needed to work on his wrestling, so he pulled a couple takedowns out just to show, fuck you, I can throw a couple takedowns in just to make sure I win this fight.
Okay.
Catman, his problem is the brawling, like I talked about.
Yep.
And you saw that, and also when he gets cut, he doesn't like to bleed.
Nope.
Because he had a problem in that Sanchez fight, because as soon as he got cut and as soon as he bled, when he wiped his eye, he's like, oh, fuck, I'm cut. And then tide changed.
Exactly like that.
He sounded just like that, like a
Totally.
gay
Perfect
polar
rendition.
bear, whatever that sounds like.
Okay.
But that was it. Alves learns, Catman brawls.
Okay.
Take that.
I hear you.
So that's why I got to go
It's
with
gonna be
Alves.
close. Should be good.
And I want to see those fucking destroying leg kicks from Alves.
He needs to bring that shit back. He hasn't done it in a while. He needs to bring it back.
Destroying.
Let's go for it.
And hopefully they'll both just stand and trade, because that has the potential for fireworks. But every time you say that, then they're both going to decide to fucking grab a fuck each other.
Yep.
So this will either be the best or worst fight ever.
Yep.
Because when I say it'll be the best fight, it turns out to be the worst fight. And when I say it'll be the worst fight, it turns out to be the best fight. So I'm going to cover both bases and just say it's going to be mediocre.
Okay.
So it has to be opposite of that.
Good. Well, it's free, so we'll take
Do
whatever.
we get this
whatever.
channel?
FX? I do.
Cha-ching.
I think you get it too.
If your cable works.
I don't get fuel. Well, my TV works fine. My internet's fucked.
Oh,
they're
is
coming.
that how you're rolling?
They're coming tomorrow. Hopefully they fix that shit. So we'll see.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll give a magic 8-ball. That's again later. I got time for this. Martin Catman. I'm not going to be upset either way, but I will pull more for Alves, because I'll also look at who's the first fighter that I chose to fight with when I played UFC Undisputed. Tree.
Which one?
Thiago Alves.
Okay, nice.
And I leg kicked people to submission. Jake Shields, you know what I'm talking about. I broke your fucking leg with leg kicks. You couldn't even walk. I was so happy. Nice. That's one thing I do love about this game too. And yeah, I'm gonna digress and talk about the game some more.
Again.
Is that you can just fucking break down body parts. You just keep working it. You can work the body and.
I like when you kick the body kicks after time. They start to get red.
Yeah,
That's
you
cool.
can see those welts.
Yeah.
You take someone down and you keep hitting them in the body, and you just see it welting, welting, and then you'll fucking rock them from body shots.
Oh really? I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'll win via
Body
TKO.
shots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leg kicks.
Nice.
Or body kicks. Whatever you want to do it. Hey, look at that.
Moving on to
we're back
viewer
in the
mail.
game. This is the shortest, longest show ever, by the way.
All right.
You're welcome.
Jesper Bennett, Hjostrup Jensen. Holy fuck, that's a mouthful.
Hey, Stigatsu.
He has 2 questions for us. Should Akiyama get cut after losing 4 in a row? And he wants to know if I will ever get a proper haircut. What the fuck does that mean? Okay.
Hey, Gerard
Seriously.
Butler says, go fuck yourself.
That's next. I'll talk to you about that in a minute.
That picture is scary as fuck.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
my
So
family.
you brought up, this is you, dude.
My family
could be
thinks
you.
that is me.
That could be you.
I showed it to my
I'll
kids
do the overlay.
and my wife.
It's scary.
And all of them thought it was me. And then my wife looked at the shoes and said, you don't own those shoes. But that sure as fuck looked like me.
That could be you, man.
I was like, holy shit.
I didn't believe it because the people have said that before about you. And then when I saw this picture, I was like, fuck,
That looks like me.
Matt's.
Except those hips look a little gay. Those aren't my hips.
I don't think you'd wear those crazy glasses either, but
I might wear those.
would you?
But I don't wear jeans with like holes in the knee.
Oh, terrible. And a shirt that says Colorado Buffalo. Anyways,
Hey,
that looks like you.
It sure as fuck looks like me. So
I
I might be Gerard Butler, or
be.
Gerard Butler might be Matt.
Better than Gerard Depardieu, the French guy.
Yeah, I don't want that fucking queer fuck.
Whatever happened to him? He disappeared.
Yeah.
He made a couple of movies. He's gone. So should Akiyama get cut?
Well, I don't look at it. We talked about this a little bit before, but I don't want to look at it based on your losses. I don't give a fuck how many you lose. How exciting are you in your fights? You had a couple awesome throws. That Lieben fight was epic.
Mm-hmm.
The Belcher fight was pretty good.
He got knocked the fuck out by what's his face?
Belfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I say no. He should not get cut because he's had 3 of his last 4 fights were pretty fucking good. Something happened that was epic in each one of them.
Yeah.
The last one, not that impressive, but hey, what do you expect? It was his first fight at 170, and he had more gas in the tank than I thought he would have, and he was tan as shit. He looked like a carrot that I wanted to eat.
Carrot. Fucking hell.
So I think you put carrots in your chili, didn't you?
No.
I don't know. Someone dosed me then.
What?
There was something orange in there. It looked like a carrot. Maybe it was a habanero.
Orange? Carrots?
You didn't put carrots in your chili?
Mm-mm.
Look how I just
carrots?
I just confused
You can
everybody.
eat carrots, can't you?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I just got all confused.
I didn't put any carrots in there.
I just looked at this green sign and I got all confused.
Okay.
So he should not get cut. He should fight on.
I agree. And about my hair, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So, should I buzz cut or what? I got a big head. I got to do something.
No, it's epic. Don't do it.
I can't. I don't
You should grow a beard or a goatee. Ingo with a Fu Manchu.
know. That'd be fucked up.
You should
No,
Chuck
I got like
Liddell
a
it.
big ass chin already. I can't grow more hair there. It just look crazy.
Don't fear the Reaper, my brother.
I got like this crazy chin. You know, like those fucked up when you go to the fair and they draw you, like you know those crazy artists.
Yeah.
I got a picture of me like my wife and I when we were dating.
Yeah.
Like hers is a slender little face, and then they drew this big fucking head next to her. Like it's this picture up in my office. It's like what the fuck? That doesn't even look like me, but I guess it does. You drew like this giant head with a big ass chin. Yes, I know I have a big chin, so I have a big target. People hit me.
He got a big chin, but he got a big cock
Big
too,
cock, too.
bitch. Damn it.
Biggest nuts this side of the Mississippi.
Hey, thanks for playing.
That's what they say. Anyways,
Moving right along.
let's see. All right, Ryan would like to know, Ryan
Yeah.
Smith, our friend on Facebook, what's the deal with Shandella? Do you think she should have got cut about this whole porn business? Is that a big deal for you? Why the fuck does it matter?
Like you're asking me. I give a fuck. I think that she should have promoted for like doing some softcore porn. I got no problem with that. Whatever you do in your past, and this is just in life in general. I don't give a fuck what you did in the past. What do you do now? What do you do now? That's what's important to me.
Yeah.
And I think they should have kept her. She was number 2 on my roster.
Yeah, I think she'll be back. She was number 1 on mine. I liked her. I know.
We got no
Her
problem.
and Karen Bryant, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking
Oh,
about?
Karen Bryant, no. She's out.
Freaky. I can see I can smell the freaks.
That's
Yeah, I
how
was
you
right
gotta
about
say
that
you
one.
could smell something. I don't know what it was. It's good or bad. Fish.
I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I'll reserve my comment.
Hey,
It may have been worse than the chink in the armor one I've made before.
it's not
I'll keep
racist.
it. All right. Gregory LaFontaine would like to know that do you think that when fighters say they're hurt, like Rampage did and many others recently, does it take away from the fighter who won? And do you think it's okay because they're just being honest? Or is it just that all fighters fight hurt, no one's 100%, and people should just shut the fuck up about it?
People should just shut the fuck up about it. And if you're really hurt, you should pull out of the fight. Because I fucking hate hearing about it. Because, you know, when you think about people who have lost and people who make excuses, who's the first person that comes to your mind?
Nogueira.
Oh, nice. I was thinking
I hate
Tito
to
Ortiz.
throw him
but-
under the bus, but Nogueira comes up first. He was just recently
Did he
saying that.
throw that out there?
Well, no, he said like Brazilians, if it goes to the cards, they can't win because it's like biased because Brazilians hold all the belts and people don't want them to, and I don't know. It's just
Hey,
maybe
I
it
love
was
Brazil.
lost
I
in
love the
translation.
Brazilian women. They're juicy in places that the American women aren't as juicy.
Well, it depends which type of American women. You know, the African American women are juicy in those places.
All right, let's digress.
Whoa.
Ass man or tit man, go.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm impartial.
Yeah, see?
I'll take it any way I can get it.
That was like on the Kenny Powers. It's like, hey, you ass man or tit man? It depends. Like I float back and forth from day to day. It's like one day I can be a tit man, and the next day I can be an ass man. So
I think you gotta look at the whole package and see if it works.
I want both.
In that.
Is that too much to ask for?
Sometimes, but does it work? That's the question I have. If it works, then it's all good.
All right.
It's good with me.
Both. Did we answer the original question?
We did.
Great.
And we are done with viewer mail. So
Ingo's done.
you would
Ingo
like
needs to get out of this.
you would like to send us
My dick is purpose. My dick is purpose.
If you would like to send us a question to the show,
What? How can they? Where can they do that at Ingo?
down here, fans at MMAnuts.com.
This place.
Or you can go to Facebook, iTunes, YouTube, all that shit. Check us out. Twitter, Tweeter. Go to our website, click on the links, download the viruses, and you'll be all set. Okay.
It's not malware unless you think it's malware.
That's right. Yes. We're trying to do you a favor. Okay, don't
Yeah, we're just trying to dial you into BetDSI.
Yep.
Force fucking you in. I don't have anything.
Knowledge?
Do I?
I don't know. Do you? I got nothing.
Corn nuts. Stick your nuts in the fucking cornhole. What?
This does not sound like a marketing slogan.
UFC. Isn't that the UFC
Yeah,
jargon
it's a new-
slogan?
It's making me want to buy some though. I keep hearing it. It's like subliminal fucking in there. I was at the gas station the other day and I'm like looking at the thing. I was trying to buy some gum. I'm like, corn nuts. I'm like, why do I want to buy corn nuts? Like, oh yeah, because the UFC is like fucking
banging you.
this weigh-in sponsored by the corn nuts. You know?
Yeah.
Everything's corn nuts.
Did you notice this last UFC seemed a little lighter on the ads?
Probably, which is weird because they should have kind of.
They went real heavy last time, and this
Yeah.
time, because even like the spot where they stood, wasn't that like a sponsored spot where they're getting patted
Yeah.
down, like checked for weapons and whatever they do?
For guns.
Yeah.
You got guns.
You
on,
get
just
patted
bring
down,
these
and
guns.
fucking TSA is trying to finger bang your ass to make
Fucking
sure you're
TSA.
not
These guys are idiots.
choking chickens or whatever the fuck you do.
I don't know.
I don't know
You
what people
said it,
do.
not me. I'm not
just
sure what
saying.
you're trying to say.
If I was gonna fly, I wouldn't go through the scanner.
Would it make it choking?
I'd go through. I'd take the pat down. Don't take a scanner. The scanner's gonna cause
I've been through the
cancer.
scanner a couple of times.
Don't do it.
You know what? I feel like I don't want to cause a scene because
Cause a scene
because it's
you're
like-
gonna get cancer.
probably I'm already fucked anyways.
Why? Stop it.
What's that?
This thing can't die.
Like, cancer. No, I just find it ridiculous. Like I'm gonna really argue with the guy, but it's like whatever. It's all good. But it just
They're all cunts. All I can remember is a trip going to Disney in
Years ago?
Florida.
recently.
And whenever that was, a few years ago. And, like, we had the snow globes, and they wouldn't let us take the fucking snow globes on the goddamn airplane. Because, goddamn, you
water.
might have put, like, poison or gas or something in there. So my wife had to get out of line, go fucking mail them to us, and then they made her get all the way at the end of the line and almost miss the plane, and I had to fucking grab one of the people and say, listen, I don't have time for this fucking bullshit. You see that woman that's over there fucking crying her eyes out? Like, you need to get her, bring her to the fucking front of the line, put her through so we can get on our fucking airplane and go home. This is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit.
Yep.
But that's back at the time where I was thinking that the TSA people were like police officers.
They're not.
And now I know that they're just bullshit because
They're like
I was
mall
afraid
cops.
to go off at that
No,
point.
they're mall cops. They're
Right.
not real cops.
And had I known that, that situation would have never happened.
have no
I'd have
power.
been like, listen, motherfuckers, this isn't happening. You can
Right.
fucking suck my dick. Because
Right.
these globes are coming on with me right now. You can go fuck yourselves.
Yep.
And you got a problem, call the police.
They're not even trained well, dude. There's been times I've traveled where I'm like, whoa, I can't believe I didn't get stopped for this shit. I got like a pocket knife in there, or
Yeah.
the liquid rule. I fucking break that rule all the time. It's not like on purpose. I just forget. Sometimes you're late, and you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna bring this on the plane with me. And I got a bag full of all this shit. I got like a bag full of vitamins, and looks like a freaking bomb, like in a shaker bottle, like protein and all this. Like, I can't believe no one would stop me for that.
Yeah.
But mall cops. That's all they are. Fuck them.
See, had I known that at that time, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. So, What can you do? And Chicago, unfortunately, is one of the major airports. So whatever technology comes out, they get it first. So when the scanners come out and they got all kinds of shit, we get it first. It's almost like they're getting to the point, because I travel a little bit more for work now recently, that you almost get into the scanner every time. You can't avoid the scanner. There's no like other option.
You should load yourself up with all sorts of dildos.
Just dildos.
Like Sam, all these like 17-inch
Nothing,
fucking
sir.
dildos like laid
These are my
in your
pets.
body, like taped to your leg. Like, sir,
What's the
like
problem?
they're patting you down. Like, what is
Do
this?
they all be set on vibrate?
Mind your
Just
business.
vibrating as you walk
I
through the line?
like. Just say, I like to party. You like to party?
No. It's all good. Dildos are good.
Yeah, goddamn right. You fucking. Someone gets out of line, you know, fucking.
Smack him with the dildo.
Billy, wait, what was that word again?
Billy club?
No.
Slapstick?
No, yeah, the thing we're talking about. Like,
Flapjack?
Uh,
Jackknife? I don't know
that
what the fuck
thing.
you're talking about.
the tallywhacker.
Tallywhacker.
No, what the fuck was it? We had it and we lost it.
Oh, I don't
God
know.
damn it.
I know what you're
that
saying.
thing.
Yes.
Blackjack.
They're like lost. No one's paying attention anymore.
It's all good.
Sorry, guys. It's been like a 3-hour show.
I might have drank too much. It's all good.
Yeah. Should we shut it down?
Shut down.
That has been this week's
Had to
edition of MMA Notes. He's pissed already. Now he's going to poop. So it means
I
we've
might
been
even
doing
take a
it-
dump.
we've been
I
doing
might
it.
even shit.
Not
One
right.
of these days I
Wait till I
might
go.
piss my pants.
Okay.
I might wear a diaper. I might not.
Depends.
Hey!
Ba-dum-pum. My name's Ingo Weigold,
I'm Matt Griffith.
and we have a little hiatus, so we'll see. We'll come back with some different
hiatus.
shit. I don't know.
Hey, I got an idea.
What?
Maybe the fans should email in, or maybe we should create a post on Facebook. What should the next show be? Give us some topics, some ideas, some thoughts.
Good point.
You want us to cook? You want to see all my slam dunks in the winter? You want to see my
You got ups?
German? Ah, fuck yeah, I got
I got no
bitch.
ups. I'm
I
stuck to the
dunked
ground.
like a motherfucker.
Okay. Not me.
I don't need a foot rim.
Okay.
But that's,
I can do
that's
that
neither
too.
here nor there. You want to see my German Shepherd dog defense, whatever?
Okay.
I got some pretty good defense. I'll give them your arm, and then you can fuck them up with the other one.
Okay.
Whatever it is, lay that shit down.
Send us a thing. Maybe you can make a post on Facebook.
Oh, hey.
Be like, hey, what the fuck do you guys want to see next
Yeah,
show?
that's when I start getting out of control. You start seeing all these weird posts like, this doesn't look like the normal Ingo post. Like, it's because I am around.
I like to mix it up. So, yeah. So we will be back next time. See you next week. Adios, amigos.
Puta de la calle 26.
My dick is gross.
Thanks for playing. And my dick is